Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Songwriters Block. My name is John Roniger. Hope you guys are being good to each other and, of course, trying to write a few songs. That's what this whole thing's about. The last time I was with you guys, I was talking about Brantley Gilbert's masterpiece, Bottoms Up. And I think it's important that I talk about bro country and I mean it's been an insane kind of an insane maybe decade, maybe 12 years of this kind of phenomenon of like the sort of the dumbing down of the song. And I feel like I know pop music does it, and I'm pretty sure all music does it, but I think country music falls into this pit of despair more than most, which is an inward looking, which is actually a backward looking, constantly following the charts. And of course, that's the business of music. I get it. But if that song was a hit, let's say She's Country, Jason Aldean, then we need to write more songs like She's Country. And that's been happening now for a while. And I think it goes in spurts till somebody else pokes out something new, and then everyone wants to be like that. I'm sure that happens a lot. However, I feel like it happens mostly in country music. It doesn't happen in the blues. People have been playing the blues 1, 4, 5 stuff for, I don't know, 100 years. And you don't have to look backwards or forwards to play the blues. You just write a blues song. But and I think if you look at like pop music, when Coldplay came out, yeah, there was a couple of Coldplay wannabe bands, but the whole freaking genre of pop music didn't become a Coldplay orgy. But country music has had a bad habit of doing that. And hence we have this decade of bro country, which is extremely frustrating. But in that time, little gems do fall out of the tree and land on the golden LP. One of which is Miranda Lambert's smash hit, and I believe it was like Song of the Decade, "The House That Built Me." I remember I went to I was living in Nashville at the time, and they had like a producers' night every Wednesday, I think it was, at a club, and the producer would sit there and they would play some songs that he'd produced that were hits, obviously, and you could sit and ask questions. I think at the end of it you could pitch him songs. But they had on the guy who produced the Song That Built Me with Miranda Lambert, and he was laughing as he was saying, "It's like, yeah, I produced that song, but it's like it's an acoustic guitar with vocal with some haunting sort of like electric guitar in the background. That's it. That's the production." So for those of you who are wondering about being producers, most of the time, and as a musician, and even as a songwriter, it's just what the song deserves. You can hear some of those songs that are overproduced, overthought, and the writers come in. First of all, the writing comes in, it's overdone. Everything tries to be kitschy, and everything tries to be these rhymes that no one has ever done before, and everyone tries to sling these sayings that only that person could say, and inner rhymes and outer rhymes. And man, sometimes you just gotta like say what you gotta say something cool, say it in a cool way. You don't need to overthink it, and it certainly doesn't need to be overproduced. And The House That Built Me is a classic example. Anyway, I did a little bit more investigating. Of course, the song was written by Alan Shamblin, who is a co-writer on one of my personal favorite Bonnie Raitt songs. Other people have cut it, of course, but I love Bonnie's version, which is "I Can't Make You Love Me." I mean, all you have to do is if you wrote that song and The House That Built Me, you have climbed the mountaintop and pissed with the wind in the world of songwriting. And then, of course, Tom Douglas, who has more songwriting credits than probably any human that probably ever lived. That's not probably true, but Tom Douglas, he's written a few hit songs too. Look him up. He's no slouch in the world of songwriting. Anyway, those two guys got together. Those two genius minds wrote this song. I heard a story about this song. This is when Miranda Lambert was with Blake Shelton, and the song was originally pitched to Blake, And Blake was driving down the road playing this, hey, Miranda, listen to the song that just got pitched to me. And he played it for her in the car, and she immediately started crying and said, you've got to let me cut that song. He did. She did. Boom, bada bing, big hit. Okay. And to me, it's awesome when you get a hit song that's just a guitar and a vocal. Brantley Gilbert didn't do that with Bottoms Up. Again, I don't want to. I know Brantley's had a very successful career, and even though I didn't dig much deeper than about 3 tunes of his, I'm sure he has some incredibly good songs. Just with what I saw, Skimming the Top was just, truck bed, tailgate, beer can, Daisy Duke crap. Anyway, The House That Built Me by Miranda Lambert. Now look, if you read the lyrics to the song, it's a 4-line verse, then they do a second verse, 4-line, then an 8-line chorus, 4-line verse, chorus again, 2-line bridge, chorus again, out. Very simple, but it says everything you need to say in a song. I know they say you can't go home again. I just had to come back one last time. Ma'am, I know you don't know me from Adam, but these handprints on the front steps are mine. Ah, man, I mean, come on. We all know that. That memory, she's speaking personally. The songwriter is speaking about them, but everyone knows that about going back to the house that they were raised in. Up those stairs in that little back bedroom is where I did my homework and I learned how to play guitar. I'm just writing my song now. Okay, and I bet you didn't know, under that live oak, my favorite dog is buried in the yard. Boom! I mean, that stuff, I mean, that hits home. People can, that's like, that says it all. It's simple. There's no big words. There's no crazy rhymes. There's no awesome, cool sayings. There's no trying to blow the mic up with your awesomeness. It's just, I tell you what, you don't gotta have a brass knuckle mic when you sing this song. You can just actually just sing it. Anyway, chorus. I thought if I could touch this place or feel it, touch and feeling, this brokenness inside me might start healing. Out there, it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. I won't take nothing but a memory from the house that built me. I mean, that's just magic. It's so simple. It says so much. And that is a magic chorus. And if you listen to the song and the way it's presented by Miranda and just the simple chord structure of the song, this very simple melody, very singable. Again, I can't speak highly enough of this song. Second verse, Mama cut out pictures of houses for years from Better Homes and Garden magazine. Plans were drawn and concrete poured. Nail by nail and board by board, Daddy gave life to Mama's dream. That's bringing it back home. Remember, she's talking about the house that built me, and she's talking about how the house was built. So that is a great tool. That's a great tool in songwriting. Again, the hook is we all come back to the house that built me, which in itself is an insane hook. And then remembering that is what we're bringing the song back to, writing about how the actual house was built that built you. So it's that's just bringing it back to earth. Yeah, awesome. Oh well. Chorus again, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, from the house that built me. 2-line bridge, again, simple bridge. I love a 2-line bridge. You leave home, you move on, and you do the best you can. We all do that. So this is sort of that like... I think I've talked about bridges before, where you can either take a left turn or a right turn. You can kind of take the song in a new direction, give it a different point of view, or maybe this is the whole point of the whole song in 2 lines. That's a sort of a moment for a bridge, right? Well, this one is, I feel like, in my humble opinion, the point of the whole song. You leave home, you move on, and you do the best you can. I got lost in this old world and forgot who I am. That's why she's going back home to the house that built her. That's the purpose of the whole song. She moved on like we all do in life. Maybe, maybe the character has a family, whatever it is, and you're just doing the best you can in this world, which is all we ever do. And then she's forgot where she came from. She forgot her roots. She goes back to the house that built her. I thought I could touch this place or feel it. The brokenness inside me might start healing. Out here, it's like I'm someone else. I thought that maybe I could find myself. If I could just come in, I swear I'll leave. Which is an important point. Again, I'll make that like, remember, you're knocking on the door of some lady's going to answer the door and be like, I don't know you. What do you mean you were born here? I don't care. Get off my property. And of course, thank goodness we live in the U.S. She could shoot you right there and get away with it. Have I mentioned how much I hate guns? I'll do that at another time. Maybe I'll pull up a gun song. I'll talk about how much I hate guns. I just think guns are for morons. I'm just going to say it right there. Now, you're a hunter? Sure. Maybe you like to hunt. Great. Good on you. I still think we've come far enough where we can get food without killing the beast, but I also understand that we're killing the beast anyway to eat it. So I totally get that. Hunting for food, down. But if your kind of recreation is shooting guns, if your thing you collect isn't baseball cards or memorabilia, it's guns. If you're one of those people that has multiple guns and military grade weaponry, I think you have a problem. I think deep down inside you feel like a little boy or a little girl, and maybe you're the one that's lost in this dull world. Maybe instead of shooting shit, you should go home to the house that built you. I'm just saying. Anyway, I digress, and I think I remember because Brantley Gilbert had that song with those guys, and they were shooting guns. And first of all, the funny part of that whole scene of this, you got to go look up the Brantley Gilbert song I'm talking about, where they're shooting guns out in the sticks. The guns are huge on them, so these are little boys, little guys, with big muscles, big guns. I'm not saying. Maybe parts of them are littler than they wish. I'm just saying. But that's that. Anyway, The House That Built Me by Miranda Lambert. That song squeezed its way through bro country and became the hit of the decade. I'm not sure we're going to look back at Florida Georgia Line's collection and say these guys were geniuses. They were ahead of their time. Their songwriting was through the roof, and thank God we've put them in the Hall of Fame next to John Lennon and Paul McCartney. I don't think we'll do that as a society. I think we might do that with this song. Miranda Lambert has got a bunch of other songs, obviously, too. She's got some anger. I like that. She's written some songs that I don't particularly love, but this one, she also writes, but she's performed songs that I don't particularly love. But this one was a moment of magic in a time of crap. And so thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Tom, and thank you, Alan, for getting the song out there. And that's it for right now for the Songwriters block. Yeah. Maybe, what should I look at next? I don't know. I think I'll get into the pop world. I mentioned Coldplay. Maybe I'll pull up a Coldplay song and we'll break that down. Pop music, songwriting, you can get away with anything. Look at Lady Gaga. You can get away with writing songs that mean nothing to anyone. But if they sound cool, if they're delivered by someone who is unbelievably cool, then it works. It works like a charm. Maybe I'll pull up a Lady Gaga. All right, we'll see. I'll figure that out. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Songwriters Block with John Roniger. Until next time, y'all be good to each other. Go write some songs. Yeah, you're right.